Today's been an ice cream day, and one of the things that was requested on the list was to make toffee sauce. So basically, I'm going to make the type of toffee sauce, which is basically the type you used to get at school. It's an easy recipe, but very nice indeed. So without further ado, quantity wise, I'll just whip through the ingredients first. Really easy. We've got butter, we've got sugar. I'm using a light brown. If you want to use a darker one to get a richer flavour, you can do. And I've also got golden syrup. And the final ingredient that's going to go in there is some double cream and a pinch of salt. However, we're going to get straight on with the job in hand. So, zero my scales. Now the quantities are up to you. I'm going to go with a small batch to start with, depending on how much butter's there. I was going to go a batch, let's go 50 grams. You know what, 58 grams, let's go, well, we're going 60 now, aren't we? Well, just muck that up straight away, haven't I? 60 grams, there we go. Yeah, I've just got a message up there. I couldn't see my camera. I like to see how long I've been on, so I don't bore you too much. So we've got 50 grams butter. We're going to 50 grams golden syrup straight in there. So that's going to take that to 120 grams. Oh, we're just over. And another 60 grams. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's a rough ratio. If it's a little bit over or under, don't panic too much. It'll still work. And the last one is, I always show this, which we're going to go 60 grams. Get that in there. Come on. Oh, I went way too much over. That's way too much over. It's the type of stuff that's in the bag, and you know how it is. It goes a little bit clumpy. And then the next thing you're adding it, it's alright, I'm only getting the dry bits of sugar, in case you think, what are you doing? That's a big lump of sugar, that one. That'll do. So, there's our ingredients. Next thing we're going to do is avoid making grainy, horrible sandy toffee sauce. So let's get it on at a medium heat. I'm going to go about a 6-7. Goes up to 9, which is medium-ish. Just start everything melting off. So the first process, in fact I can go a little bit high to start with, because all I'm doing is melting. And once it comes up to the bubble, we want to kind of make sure everything then dissolves. That's the key part of it. So just to save a little bit of time, because I'm stood here, I always say medium heat, because just in case like people put it on and walk away. But if I'm stood here, I'm watching it, it's more in control. And that's what it is, it's about being in control. I say it over and over again, when it comes to cooking, some people think it's like not or full, you know, it's either on or off. There's no in between, which is not the case, because you need to control the cooking rather than the stove, the hob controlling you. So there we go. That's it. That's quickly up to the boiler. He's thinking, yeah, I didn't mean it to be that quick. See, and that's with me watching it. Told you, I'm back in control. Don't worry. You see, he's telling us, and he's just watching this bit boil himself. I know. So yeah, it's pretty much all melted now. Now all I'm going to do now, but it doesn't take long to come up to that bubble, and because it's got sugar in there and golden syrup, it'll have quite a high boiling point. So keep your fingers out. You don't want to burn. It's a nasty burn that comes from any sugar burns, because it's more than 100 degrees. But the butter will bring it down a touch. But even so, don't put your fingers in. So what I'm going to do to check it, so I'm going to discard the spoon now, and I'm just going to go in with my favourite wooden spoon, and I'm just bubbling that up, and literally just bringing that to the bubble. And all I'm doing is I'm looking at the back of the spoon, and I'm looking for sugar crystals, like little crystals that are showing at the back of the spoon, and at the moment that's looking smooth. So I'll take it off. I'll just kind of see if you can see. Can you see it? Don't know why I'm asking you. So you're not going to answer me, are you? But that smells like a toffee sauce, believe it or not. There's no sugar crystals there. I'm just going to look again. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it cool just a touch. Because I'm not going to do what I've just told you. Burn yourself, burn myself. Otherwise it'll be an A&E. They say, how did you burn yourself? Well, I was warning the people on the Jason's Kitchen about not burning yourself with toffee sauce. And what did I do? I put my finger in it. So that's cooled down a bit. Let's just rub it like that. No graininess. Ever so slight. Ever so slightly, just very much in the background. So it's going to go back on. Because that's what we don't want. So I'm going to give that another minute or so, just to let it do its thing. And you're saying, why are you stirring it? Well, as opposed to, this is not a caramel. Caramels you do not stir. This is just a sauce that we're making. So mix in, whatever, it's not a problem. But once it's bubbling, it's actually mixing itself, to be fair. So let me turn that down. I don't want to cook it too long because I don't want to change it into a caramel. Because the longer that I boil that, it'll go darker and richer in colour. Which you can if you want, but I'm not making it. This is just a plain toffee sauce that I'm making. When I say plain, honestly, this, I haven't made it for years, to be fair. And everybody I made it for loved it, absolutely loved it. But there's a lot of things like that. You make them years ago, you just forget about them. But it was only somebody said, oh, about with toffee sauce, I thought, oh yeah, I can make that. I just haven't for a long time. So there we go. Let me just do a little check on that. I don't want to burn my scales, I'm going to leave it off that. I don't want to burn my scales, so let's have a little look. Right, just leave that out a second or so. Can't see any grains. Can't feel any grains. Which is good, because that's what we want. So, that first part, toffee sauce done. Second part. Now I'm going to put these on because it will burn my scales, and I've done it with my other set of scales, to be fair, and I think I probably have done it with these now. So we went 60 grams with everything. So I'm going to put 60 grams of cream in. Now it's up to you how thin you kind of want the sauce, but the more cream you put in, the thinner the sauce will be, and the less you put in, the thicker it'll be. So it's kind of up to you. But I'm going to go with maybe, let's go 40 grams and have a look. Because we could always, it always gets me at that. We could always add, but we can't take away. So let me have a little look. Now that's cooled that down. So you're going to say, when you see me put my finger in, it's because it's cooled. I've just put cream in it. Still hot, like that tastes lovely. That now it looks really thin, because it is, but it will thicken up when it cools down. And it's kind of up to you how like you say, how thin you want it. But just to balance things off, I'm going to put the salt in. It's all the rage now, and anyway, salted caramel, salted this, salted that. So I'm going to put like just a 2-finger pinch in there, just to say I've got some salt in there. It takes the edge off the sweetness and just gives it that little bit something else. Now I'm not going to use the finger that I've put the salt in with, so I'll have to check that. Just coming through nicely there. And do you know what? I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy there. I can't remember how much cream I used to put in, but I know I used to always put a little bit less in. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll know if it goes in the fridge and it goes like set. I think I should put more cream in. So I'll update you. If there's any more updating to do, I'll update you. But what I might do, just pour that in a jug and leave that room temperature. I might not even go in the fridge, to be fair, and use that way. And I know it's not going to get, because when it does get cold, it will get probably a little bit too thick. But yeah, there we go. There's our toffee sauce. And like I say, the control is in your hands, whether you want to put a little bit more cream in, and you might want to try it first and see how it cools down. Because what you can do, don't worry about it, is you can think, right, I've put that in, it's cooled down, it's gone a little bit thick. You just put some cream in, just put a little bit more in. And if it looks as though it's not mixing in, just put it back on the heat. It'll come back together and you'll salvage it that way. So there's always a way around. But yeah, skull toffee sauce, non-sandy version, done. Bye for now.